In this video, we will try to understand what exactly is this thing over here called as the SQL Server Agent. So a lot of times, when you open your SQL Server Management Studio, you would see this small icon here called as SQL Server Agent. SQL Server Agent is nothing but it is a feature given in SQL Server which will help you to run a job after a specific interval of time. For example, now let us say that you want to go and run a backup process every night, right? So that means you will go and you will define a backup process, and that backup process you want to continuously execute in the evening time. So that's where this SQL Server Agent comes into picture. So in simple words, SQL Server Agent helps you to execute a job after a specific interval of time. So the first thing is you need to go and enable this SQL Server Agent. You can see that at this moment the SQL Server Agent is disabled. So let us right click on this and let us click on Start, and let us say yes, and let us start the SQL Server Agent. Once the SQL Server Agent starts, it should actually turn into a green color. You can see that now it is a green color, and when you go and you open the SQL Server Agent, you can see that it has something called as jobs. So at this moment you can see that I already have some jobs here which is running, but you can always go and define your job over here, and this job can run after a specific interval of time. Now again, when you say that you want to go and create a job can be very complex, right? A job can have series of steps and series of logic which you want to execute one after another. So in SQL Server Agent, you can go and you can create a job, and inside every job you can go and define a lot of steps, and all of these steps you can run after a specific interval. So let us go ahead and create a simple job here. So let us say that I want to go and create a job which will actually go and delete records from this table. You can see that there is a table here called as cust table, and let us say in this I have some records like 1 Shiv and 2 Raju. So let us say that after every minute I want the SQL Server Agent to go and run a job which will actually go and delete the records from this table, right? So I want to go and create a job which will delete records after every 1 minute from this table. So let us go here, and you can see that there is a small folders icon here called as jobs. So let us right click on this and say I want to go and create a new job, right? And let us say that I will name the job as delete after every 1 minute, right? And now this job has to run under a specific user account, and the user account should have all the rights to fire the SQL, right? So I will go and let us use the NT authority, right, so that we get all the access what we need. So I'm running this job under this NT authority system, right? Thus the next thing we also need to go and specify that what is the type of this job. So this job is a database maintenance. So I'll say that this is a DB maintenance, and it deletes records from cust table, right? Now once you have defined a job, the next thing is you need to go and define steps. As I've told in the previous part of the video, that a job can be very complex. It can have series of steps. So you can see that over here there is one more section here called as steps. So at this moment we just have only one step, right? So let us go and create that one step. So I'll say okay, new. I want to go and fire the delete query. At this moment I just have only one step. So the next thing he says is that okay, so what is the type of step this is? So I'm saying okay, this type of step is a TSQL, and I want to run it on the customer database. So I want to run here delete from cust table, and quickly let us go and parse this query. So it looks all okay, and I will say okay. So you can see now I have one step over here which actually goes and deletes the query. In the same way I can go and again add one more step if I wish. So I can again go and define a new step if I want, right? So I can have series of steps over here, and if I wish I can use this small arrows over here to sequence the step one after another. Okay, so I've defined a name for my job, I've defined the steps. Now the next thing is I need to go and I need to define a schedule, a time, after which I want this job to run, right? So let us say, I'll say here I want to go and run this job every minute. So let us say I want to run this job every minute, so it will occur daily, occurs at every 1 minute, and it starts when? I will say it will start at this moment in my clock. It is 3:35, right? Almost 3:36. So let us say I will say you need to go and start on 3:37, right? Or let's say 38. 37 would be too fast. So 38. This is evening time, so PM. So that means that at this moment it is 3:36. You can see over here. So at 3:38 this job will run. So I'll say okay and okay. Once I do okay, you can see that over here I see this job over here, delete after every 1 minute, right? So this job will run after every 1 minute. So at this moment the time is approximately 3:36.45. So this will start after some time, right? If you want to go and monitor the job, has it ran or not, or is it what errors are there when the job is running, you can see that there is a small icon over here called as the job activity monitor. So you can right click on this and you can say view job activity. So you can see this delete after every 1 minute has still not ran, but yes, it is enabled. So I hope that at 3:38 this job will run, right? So I'm doing a refresh. Let us see. Refresh. It's 3:37. So at 3:38 you can see my clock down below. So after 3:38 it should run. So let us see. So SQL Server Agent helps you to go and run a job after at a specific interval of time. So 3:37. Oh, I should have made it 3:37, isn't it? Fine, we'll wait for a couple of seconds. 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 and 60. Yeah, so refresh. Yeah, succeeded. Can you see it has ran? And if you wish, you can go and you can see the history, and in the history you can see what has happened when it ran and under which account it executed. In case there are errors, you should see those errors over here. So now if I go and just try to reload this, so let me go and execute this, you can see that the records have gone from the database, right? So this was a small video wherein we try to understand what exactly is SQL Server Agent and how to go and configure a job in SQL Server and how to go and monitor a SQL Server Agent activity. Thank you so much.